My name's Did It, so they'll builds and stuff. Just keep an eye on that grenade on that bottom left corner. Whenever I put my rift down, bang, nearly a full grenade back, and we can get our full grenade back via this Contraverse hold magnet build. I'm also featuring a mod called Powerful Attraction, where we're putting our rift down, it's going to give us instant grenades. Just keep an eye on that grenade on that bottom left hand corner. Look at the state of this, bang, full grenade. Stay tuned, I'm going to break it all down. This build is absolutely disgusting. Now, to make this work, we need to create lots of orbs. Echo of Harvest is your best friend. Defeating weakened targets creates an orb of power and a void breach. And we're also running Echo of Undermining, so our void grenades weaken. This little combo ensures you get plenty of orbs. And on top of that, I'm also running firepower on my arms. Your grenade final blows create an orb of power. So we've got the firepower, the Echo of Harvest, and the Echo of Undermining all working together to give you an absolute crap ton of orbs. You'll see on that bottom left, you literally just keep creating orbs. It's absolutely crazy. But then on top of that, I also run Bolster and Detonation on my arms. Every time you cause damage with a grenade, it gives you class ability. Now, that is quite important because your class ability on a Warlock is absolutely crazy. It is Child of the Old Gods. Cast your Rift to create a Void Soul. When you damage target a weapon, your Void Soul flies to them, drains to them, doing more damage and weakening them. And it also gives you grenade and melee energy, and it heals you. And then it also refunds class ability. So that just adds to the weakening effect for the Echo of Harvest as well. So you can see in this clip here, I'm just creating loads and loads of orbs very, very easily. It's absolutely crazy. Really good for your teammates as well, not just yourself. And then I'm running Innervation. Reduce grenade cooldown each time you pick up an orb. Now you can just run around and pick these orbs up. I like to run 3 of these innovations, and this ensures you get an absolutely massive amount of grenade energy, whether you run around and collect them. But sometimes in GMs and things like that, you don't really want to be running around or in DPS situations. So this is where the other mod comes in, Powerful Attraction. I run 3 of these all stacked to give you a massive radius. Automatically collect nearby orbs of power when you activate your class ability. So versus running around, all we're going to do is just stick our class ability down, and therefore you'll become an orb magnet just like that. Look at that, and it's absolutely crazy. You're weakening everything, creating loads of orbs, and you are an orb magnet. This is why I call this build the Contraverse magnet, because instead of running around, which is a bit of a problem sometimes, like I said, or in DPS situations, the last thing you want to be doing is having to run around collect orbs. But your class ability down, which adds to the Echo of Harvest, that Child of the Old Gods, so it's a nice little cycle. And on top of that, you're also having plenty of armor charge going on as well. So Contraverse hold, this even adds to this as well. We haven't even talked about the exotic, because resist incoming damage while charging your void grenade. Charge void grenades retain grenade energy on hit. So all this working together is absolutely fantastic. You literally have a grenade 99.9% of the time. And on top of that, we're going to run grenade kickstart, because you're always getting your armor charges from the Powerful Attraction. Every time you use your grenade, you're going to get big chunks of grenade energy back, just like so. And this is just without using my class ability. You'll see here, I've got like half my grenade back over, and then all you do is just put your class ability down. And even if there's only like 2 or 3 orbs lying about, it still gives you almost your full grenade back, like so. It's absolutely great. I think it's a problem solved that I don't have to now run around with orbs with this Powerful Attraction mod. It's a super introduction to the game, in my opinion. Now I've just got some footage to show you of this working like very easily in GMs. It works really, really easy when it's not even void burn. We all know by now how strong Contraverse holds are, and that Vortex grenade. This does some serious damage, as we all know by now. Contraverse holds are probably one of the best exotics in the game on a Warlock. So much damage. And the other thing that I mentioned as well, all these orbs that you're creating, all the weakening effect that you're spreading out with your grenades and your Child of the Old Gods, plus all the orbs for your teammates. It's a really good team build as well, not just for yourself, but it is exceptional for solo play. And the other thing as well, you've only seen me creating the orbs. The other thing to mention as well is your teammates also create orbs. So they usually create a couple of orbs every 10 seconds or so it's just an extra way to think about this build versus just me creating no orbs. Shoot to loot is another perk to run with this build. You can also run shoot to loot just in case you don't have your class ability. But commemoration with repulsor brace, because we're weakening everything, or weapons with repulsor brace, is a really good option for this build. You've got a constant overshield. Now, Great Inheritance is an absolutely insane perk on the commemoration. Dealing damage regenerates a small amount of ability energy. So you can just imagine you've seen everything else going on, and you've got perks like the Brait Inheritance, Repulsor Brace, even things like Wellspring, Demolitionist. You've got some really good options to pair with this build. I'm just going to quickly go over my aspects and fragments just so we've got that sort of finalised. Chaos Accelerant, that's the aspect you must run for your Contraverse Ho builds, and this improves your Vortex, Axie and Scattering your magnetic grenades. Obviously you can run this with any grenade you want, but I just found Vortex Grenade the best. Child of the Gods, which we've covered. Vortex Grenade, which I just mentioned, I found this the best grenade, but you can run the other grenades as mentioned. Any Nova Bomb you want. Echo of Undermining, which we've touched on, this is key because you need to weaken the targets. Echo of Expulsion, this just adds to your grenade power, makes all your targets explode via your grenade kills or your ability kills, so that's a top one. Echo of Remnants to make your grenades last that little bit longer, your Void Wall, Axiom Bolt Vortex. Echo of Harvest, which we've already touched on again, so that is an absolutely great little combo of fragments and aspects to run. So right at the end of this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the powerful attraction, how they work, how they stack, and how many you need to run to get the best out of it. I did try it with 2 or 3, but just before you go, I just want to show you this little sort of like little loop of play. Get your grenade down, and if you got something like an auto-loading lasting impression rocket launcher, you can literally get a couple of Vortex grenades on that target and your lasting impression rocket launcher just to do some serious DPS. And I keep mentioning about Nova Bombs, they do some serious damage at the moment. Nova Bombs, I don't know if they've been buffed, but they're absolutely crazy, especially if you put that weakening effect on. So just before you go, I want to show you the difference between running 1 powerful attraction and running 3 powerful attraction. From my little sort of testing, I found 1 isn't really worth running because you'll see here, 1 orb just there, probably like 8-9 meters away, it doesn't even pick it up with 1. So 1, in my opinion, is not worth running. This is running 2 powerful attractions. It does pick that orb up with 2, but that is like your limit there. But the big difference is when you run 3. This next clip is me running times 3 of these mods. This is where I think you need to run the 3, just in my opinion. Sure, there's situations where you might be able to get away with it, but just run 3 of them and you collect everything. You'll turn yourself into an orb magnet, instantly regenerating your grenade power like we've seen. But that is the video. Let me know what you think. If you've enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I'll leave everything playing out like so, and I'll also leave a dim link in the video description. Thanks for watching, have a great week.